Project Lifesaver is a nonprofit organization that was created in 1999 in Chesapeake, Virginia. Its primary purpose was to locate missing Alzheimer's patients that had wandered off by equipping them with a radio direction finding bracelet. Over the years, that has since expanded to autism and any other medical disorder which may be symptomatic of or have symptoms of wandering. It is primarily focused through law enforcement and public safety agencies throughout the United States, Canada, and one agency in Australia. Well, we started 2 days ago.
Yes.
We were doing the basic operator training, and that is essentially taking the officers, teaching them about the equipment, teaching them about the program, but also giving them insight into the type of people they're going to be dealing with, how to handle them, and how to get them back home safely with the interaction that we teach them to use. That's the first 2 days. The 2 days we're doing now is the airborne search training, where if it's necessary and a helicopter has to be called in, these officers can then know how to function around a helicopter, how to use the helicopter, how to search from a helicopter, and bring the ground teams within range to be able to then pick up the track and locate them. We do it quite often. We travel all around the country. We have instructors that travel the country. We probably do 10 to 12 a month. As far as how many go missing, there's no way I could tell you because it happens so frequently all over, North America and even Australia. Now, I can tell you that we have over 5 million Alzheimer's patients, and about 69%, close to 70, will wander at least one time. Now, with the recent autism figures that have come out of 1 in 50 children born, primarily boys, will have some degree of autism, and one of the idiosyncrasies of autism is bolting and running or eloping or wandering or whatever you want to call it. Those incidents are going to continue to rise. Now, in the almost 15 years that we've been doing this, we've made about 2,670 rescues, all within about a 30-minute time span using 1 or 2 people, and have had no failures. So if you take those kind of figures and you start expanding them, just do the math, it can become staggering as to what law enforcement is currently dealing with. Now imagine what they're going to be dealing with in about 2 or 3 years. I get asked that question a lot. I don't know how it feels, to be honest with you, because one of the things that we try to do is try to stay, keeping the program functioning and training organizations. Not only that, we're looking at research and development of new equipment. I sit on a number of Alzheimer's and autism committees, working with them for different things. So, it's trying to sit back and reflect on how does it feel. I couldn't tell you. When I get to that point, I'll be glad to let you know. But I think it's wonderful that law enforcement has embraced a program, having come from law enforcement for 33 years, that they can all work together on. And I've heard it said through many of the law enforcement agencies that not only is it an effective program for saving lives, but it is one of the greatest public relations programs they've ever seen. I did not. I was a member of the Chesapeake, Virginia Police Department, and as part of my duties, I was head of search and rescue.
Yes, sir.
Well, one of the things that became apparent to me very quickly is most of the searches we were doing at the time were for Alzheimer's patients. The other thing that became very apparent very quickly, we weren't doing a very good job of it. We were not getting to them fast enough to keep them from being injured or not finding them at all, and they would succumb to the elements. Having that in mind, the sheriff's office at one point decided, well, we're going to take over the search and rescue function. Fortunately or unfortunately, however you want to look at it, I got sucked along with it. The sheriff says, yeah, I'll take it, but Gene has to come with it. So now I was working with 2 hats. But the problem was still the same. Well, the sheriff went to a conference one year, and he brought back a brochure, and it was on radio frequency tracking of wildlife. So for some reason, as I'm sitting there reading that, saying, if they can do that for wildlife, why can't we do it for people? If I could equip an Alzheimer's patient that I think is going to go out here and wander, why couldn't I do that and track them, pick them up, and bring them back home? I could save a lot of time, a lot of manpower, and I probably would be a lot less embarrassed for my organization and feeling bad about not finding these people in time. So I was able to get enough seed money from a local hospital to start a pilot program, and the rest is history.
Can we have you first just say
say and spell out your name for us?
Tim McDonald. That's TIMMCDONALD.
And your title?
Chief Deputy, Dale County.
And talking specifically about the Dale County Department, what are your plans with Project Lifesaver?
Dale County Sheriff's Office has been involved with Project Lifesaver since 1999. This program has been a great asset to our community in helping the quality of life for the loved ones as well as the families that take care of these the elderly people that had Alzheimer's, the children that have Down syndrome as well as autistic. This is a great program that is a win-win operation or a situation for the families, law enforcement, and the community as a whole.
And how many bracelets are around Dale County?
Right now we got about, I believe, 7 at the time. It will vary from year to year as far as having bracelets out there. One of the things that we look for is in the news media is to get this word out to the people that might need it.
Is it at a cost to the...
Our program, each county and each agency operates a program maybe a little different from others. In Dale County, we operate, we get the transmitters at no cost to the loved ones or to the families. We charge a $10 fee per month to come out and change the battery, and also it gives our opportunity, or it gives the opportunity for the deputies to go and meet these families and check in on them and build a relationship.
So no other cost besides the $10 fee?
No other cost besides the $10 fee. Only thing we ask for is that the family, when they no longer need the bracelet, they'll return it to the program so someone else will be able to use it.
I know in Delville a few months ago you guys actually had to use it to help them out. Can you give us some examples of how often you guys have had to use it?
We've had to use it a few times a year. One situation we had not long ago, it's been probably 2 months, 3 months ago. We had a lady that had wandered off. She had Alzheimer's. She lived around the Midland City area. She had wandered off. It was late one night, and without this program, without this bracelet, she wouldn't more than likely be here today. She had fallen down in a briar patch. She had a heart attack, and she was about a half a mile from her house. And agents, officers, the tall grass, they would have walked right beside her and not even known she was there. So this can't say enough about this program. It's a great program to have.